Welcome all. I am Parthiban going to present the part 2 steam boiler topic. Here we are going to discuss about boiler mountings. There are different types of components are using in the boiler mountings. The first one is pressure cage, fusible block, stop valve, feed check valve, safety valve, water level indicator, blow off cock, mud and a manhole. First one, pressure cage. This is a simple burden pressure cage. Here you can see the pressure connection, burden tube, pointer, gear, hair, spring, link, sector and pinion, stationary socket. The function, it indicates the pressure of steam inside in boiler. According to the construction, the cage is usually mounted on the front top side of the cell or on that. It is having dial which graduated to read pressure in bar above atmosphere. A burden tube cage with its interior mechanism is shown in figure. The circular bent burden tube or oval cross section is closed at one end and connected at the other end to steam space of boiler through ship-on. It's nothing but U-tube. The ship-on is filled with water which prevents hot steam from entering the pressure cage and keeps the cage cool. Closed end of burden tube is attached to a toothed quadrant with help of link and pin. This quadrant meshes with a small pinion on the central spindle. A working principle: when pressure is applied to inside the oval burden tube, its cross section tends to become circular, and the free end of burden tube try to become straight, so turning the spindle by the links and the gearing. This causes the needle to move and indicates pressure on graduated dial. Then fusible block. This is another one important boiler mounting. The main purpose of a fusible block is to extinguish the fire in the furnace of the boiler when the water level in the boiler falls below an unsafe level. Thus, explosion is avoided, which may take place due to overheating of the tubes and cell. It is generally fitted over the crown of the furnace or over the combustion chamber. This is shown in figure. Block A and B separated by fusible metal. As well as here you can see the schematic diagram of fusible plug. The fusible plug location, it is located just above the furnace in the boiler. It consists of gunmetal block fixed in a gunmetal body with fusible molten metal. According to the construction details, it is fitted over the combustion chamber. Fusible block consists of two hollow guns and one conical block shown as figure. Hollow gunmetal body is screwed to the firebox of boiler. Another hollow gunmetal is screwed to the first body. Third block is made from copper is locked with the second block by pouring metal into the grooves provided on the both block. Working of fusible block: in normal case, when the boiler contains sufficient water, the block also remains covered by water. The low melting point tin or lead doesn't melt till the upper surface of block is submerged in water. But when the water level falls, the block is exposed to steam. because the steam temperature is larger than the water temperature. The fusible metal melts, block B drops down, and the steam starts blowing to the combustion chamber to extinguish fire. Steam stop valve is another one important mounting devices of steam boiler. The major function is that used to regulate the flow of steam from boiler to steam pipe or from one steam pipe to the other. Constructions: the flange of valve body bolted to the boiler at the highest part of steam space. It consists of valve seat and nut. The main body of valve is made of cast iron and the valve seat made from gunmetal. When steam stop valve is placed directly over the boiler and connected to the steam pipeline, is called the junction valve. If it is placed near to prime mover, then normally called steam stop valve. The lower end of spindle connected to valve upper end pass through gland and yoke and connected with hand wheel. The gland is used to prevent the leakage of steam. This is steam stop valve, where we can see that hand wheel, yoke, gland, spindle, body, valve, valve seat, flange, and steam in and out. If you are rotating the hand wheel in the anti-clockwise direction, that valve seat automatically will provide a small gap in between valve and valve seat. Finally, the steam can able to enter from bottom to top. Steam stop valve is basically the spindle is rotated by help of hand wheel. Due to rotation of spindle, the valve move up and down. Through that, we can control the steam flow from in to out. Then feed check valve. This is another one important mounting of boiler, steam boiler. That major function to allow the feed water to pass enters into the boiler. Here the diagram clearly showing that the feed check valve working operation. Then feed check valve construction. The feed check valve is fitted to the water phase of the boiler just below the normal level of the water. The working principle: inlet and outlet pipe of valve expose different pressure. At the inlet of valve, the feed pump pressure acts and outlet pipe of the valve, the boiler pressure acts when the feed pump is in operation. Safety valve. Safety valve is used to guard the boiler against the excessive high pressure of steam inside the drum. If the pressure of steam in the boiler drum exceeds the working pressure, then the safety valve allows blow off excess quantity of steam to atmosphere. Thus, the pressure of steam in the drum falls. The escape of steam makes a audio noise to warm the boiler attendant. Locations: safety valves are located on the top of the boiler. This is safety valve types and the construction details. The types of safety valves according to the dead weight safety valve, spring loaded safety valve, lever loaded safety valve, and high steam and low water safety valve. The safety valve working principle: in the normal condition, the downward force due to spring is higher than upward force applied by steam. The valve is closed due to spring force. When the steam pressure exceeds the normal limit, upward force is due to steam pressure is become higher than downward force due to spring. Thus the valves are lifted from their seats, opening the passage from steam to release out of boiler. Then water level indicator is one of the important mounting devices of steam boiler. That function, it indicates the water level inside the boiler vessels. It shows the level in the boiler drum. Then water level indicator, when steam cock and water cock opened, steam rushed from upper passage and water rushed from lower from passage to the glass tube. This will indicate the level of water in the boiler. Two balls are placed at the junction of metal tube under normal operating condition. The balls are kept full line circle in the case the glass tube is broken. Steam will rush from upper passage and water from lower passage due to pressure difference between boiler pressure and atmospheric pressure. The balls are carried along the passage to and of glass tube and then closed passage. This position of ball shown in figure by dotted circle, thus flow of water and steam out of boiler is prevented. Within this I have concluded this steam boiler topic. That continuation will become that part 3. Thanks for watching.